Transition. Here we are. Hello, everybody, and welcome to this hastily organised, but nonetheless stream here for tonight's match for Thursday night football. Oh, shit! Here we are. So the game up tonight, of course, is my team, the Newcastle Knights, taking up against the Brisbane Broncos. Yeah, which will be a very interesting as we play them twice within the period of a couple of weeks. Let's just get the see we got in the chat. Daniel Bate, Braden Strum, National Sports Loaded. Hi, I'm short. And Moses Clan, welcome one of and all. This match has got a lot of preface for this round in terms of this race to the finals, as there are currently 5 teams that are all tied on 18 points, from 7th to 11th. So pretty much the way I see things, the top 6 has been settled. Not exactly settled, like teams can still move up and down, but I feel like the top 6 teams are set, and now it's trying to figure out who the final 2 teams are going to be. So I've drawn up, if this is going to pop up in focus, this little graph here. So as you see here, these are the current points differentials for these teams. So if the Knights win, they will move up to 20 points, going up to 7th. However, all of these 4 teams have to play. Canberra and St George actually play each other, so one of them will go into this position over the Knights. So best case scenario after the end of round 1, after this round, is the Knights stay 8th place. We basically need Gold Coast and Cronulla to lose their matches for that to happen. 20 skipped frames. I'm just checking to see if everything is all good. Might have to switch over to stream on my phone I don't think that'd be too much of an issue. So it's charging. Go to KO. I was going to have the KO stream on my computer, but it looks like it might be going a little bit too reckless. Okay, fixtures, live.
Wet water and transfer in a matte finish. It's comfortable, quiet,
There we are. So pretty much in terms of recent news is we're in lockdown. I'm officially in lockdown. The Newcastle and Hunter region has put in lockdown because a few cases have finally come up into this region. It was going to happen. So we are along with Sydney in lockdown. It's not too much of an issue, but hey, like, what else to say? I'm just checking to see if everything is actually all good. Let me just check. Go to YouTube. There may be. I don't think there should be. I'm just going to check that the stream is all going well. Nothing's stopped or anything like that. Yeah, okay, sweet. So what will happen? So there is a bit of of interest of light-ups. The big thing is Kalen Ponga is actually captain for this match for the Newcastle Knights in his 69th match. I don't know if that was a on-purpose decision, but we'll take it nonetheless. And basically it's all just, if the Knights win, even still, like, a loss here, if the Brisbane do win, I don't think the Knights are fully out, but it's kind of one of those, then we're going to have to rely on other teams' results. We kind of already are or relying on other teams' results, but it's one of those things, like that points difference of like positive negative is going to have a bit of an effect. So coming in there, let's look at the poll, and currently 11 votes now in. That's probably one of the highest we've had. Thank you all so much. 73% saying the Knights will come out on top. Will be very interesting to see. I actually do have a bit of a multi for this match. I have the Knights to win. I have Anari Tawala, Connor Watson, anytime try scorers for the Knights, and Herbie Farnworth for the Broncos. No Sports Letter saying, I gotta say, thought Newcastle didn't have many signs for a guaranteed top 8 finish. I predicted them 9th. After seeing the performances from last week, I can see you guys doing better in the finals this year more than last year. Yeah. So, if we were to say, like, hypothetically, I'm just going to go to the ladder. If we do make we could play either Manly or the Roosters. That's the thing. That top 5th and 6th look scary. Hopefully we do perform a bit better. But then again, it could all change and stuff like that. But, so another news, Mitchell Pearce is back for the Knights, which is a very big bonus. Very big and important bit of play. Needed there for the Knights. For the Broncos, I do know that Staggs is out. He did his knee in the Cowboys game, so he's out for the rest of the season. So, yeah. We've got about a couple of minutes now until the kickoff here. We're very, very close away from the kickoff. And also, one of the main play, Tavita Pangai Jr. has gone to Penrith, which is very big signing for them, and he'll play his first game for them on Saturday against the Roosters. Frenchie's got $4 for the Broncos to win. That's a fairly solid odds, actually, for him. But yes, we are very close. Need to keep my phone on the charge. That is the big thing. So how close are we? So 7:50 is meant to be the kickoff, so we're 2 minutes away. In terms of some Olympic action, as some people are very well aware, there's a couple of medal games on that Australia were involved in. The big one, I do think the Knights will win, but I just want money. Yeah, it do be like that. So you had the Australian basketball team losing to the Americans. That game made me really frustrated. Then you had the Australians play the Americans in the women's football for the bronze medal match, and I'm fairly certain that the Americans have won that because the last time I checked it was 4-2 with like half an hour to go. But the saving grace here, because I do know at this same time the Australian men's field hockey team are playing against Belgium in the final. So that's hopefully going to be hopefully some medals. I will say though, I'll be really happy if the Australian basketball team do get a medal, because we're probably going to play France, because no one's beating Slovenia with Luka Doncic. It's just impossible. But yeah. So I'm just checking to see if the game... Okay, I can get rid of the headphones. So a bit of a 4-game turnaround here for the Knights, but with their play, hopefully we can get it done. I'm just going to... do I end it now? So apparently the main host for the Thursday Night League is fucking Anasta. Oh, so it's on a break. Okay, so it's not even starting yet. Okay. Bloody hell. So I'm just gonna end the poll now. So whilst we are here. And the poll has ended, if it's going to... We're going to close the poll if it does pop up. There it is. So from the 12 voters, it has gone a 8-4, I believe. That is the split of a majority Knights victory. Oh, it's a fish thing. But, the gaming saying that the Knights will also get up as well. So, looking at the lineup, there has been a change. I believe Clemmer is starting, because Connor Watson was meant to start, but Watson's been moved to the bench. In terms of, like, the changing of lineups. But what you've probably got at the moment for the Knights is their strongest team that they've had in a while. It's also a fairly solid Brisbane team. Obviously, Staggs getting injured and Pangai Jr. leaving has thrown a bit of a spanner in the works to Brisbane. But I feel like because if Brisbane win, they actually go ahead of the Cowboys by points difference. But then obviously the Cowboys are going to play the Titans, in which for the Knights need the Titans to the Titans to lose to the Cowboys. So it will be a bit of an interesting dilemma to happen. We've upgraded. Instead of a small book, we've gone to the absolute gigantic book. The start, if you see here, there's like little marks. These are the people that I need to score for betting purposes, for some betting purposes and money. Bas Lumber saying the Broncos will get on the top. I don't understand why they say start at 750. Women are losing against USA 4-3 in injury time. It'd be a miracle if I could get a goal off, but I don't think it's going to happen. I do find it kind of funny that the NBC had secured the main rights for the timing for when the gold medal match is meant to be happening, so it's a perfect time for the Americans, but they didn't make it, so now it's at this specific time for Canada and Sweden, so it's a very interesting sort of set up. So I'm just checking the stream's not behind. We should be all good. Yes, sirree, we should be good. Yeah, well, come on, we're waiting. It's just waiting for all these ads and then the game can actually start. So for tomorrow, there will be, for the first time in a while, I will be actually covering the Friday night matches. So we're doing both of them, but we're also going to be doing something tomorrow morning as well. We get it sorted as we're about to cross over for the first game of round 21. Then you got Saturday, where you got probably one of the biggest matches of the season. The 10-year anniversary of the Battle of Brookvale. Manly taking on the Melbourne Storm. A very, very big match. Okay, so both teams now on the field. The very interesting how this is a Broncos away game, yet they're at their stadium as the Knights now come onto the field. A big game. Mitchell Pearce back from his little bit of a stint with injury. So it's not. So Clemmer's actually not staying on the bench. It's actually Lachlan Fitzgibbon, the number 19, who's set to start out. But besides from that, it is a fairly solid, strong team for the Knights. So getting close now from the game kicking off. By the way it's looking, I believe it'll be Brisbane kicking off, so the Knights will receive the ball first. Brisbane will be running that way, so they'll go screen right. Yep, it will be. The whistle has sounded. We are underway. The game has officially kicked off. Just got to refresh to see if we can get it. Kick it off. We're underway. And there's the first hit up there. One of the Saifidi brothers getting rough-shotted in. And now Mitchell Barnett now will get the second tackle on the 15. And now we got that is Jacob Saifiti. The first hit up was Daniel. So the third tackle now. They're on the 25, the Knights. They'll pass it to mid. They're going to pass off to Ponga. It was a pass to Barnett. Immediately quick pass to Ponga. Almost breaking through a gap there. Now it's all on their 35. It's going to be a set restart to the Knights. So this will be the second tackle. That's Chris Randall. He gets brought down on the 45 for the first tackle. Now Tyson Frizzell. Now over halfway and gets inside of the Brisbane half. Now on their 45 for the second tackle. Now they're going to go down to the left side now. It's a run here. That's Lachlan Fitzgibbon. Now 30 metres away from the try line. I've already heard. So it turns out the US have beaten the Australians in the women's football for the bronze medal. So now Clifford now kicks it down to the left side. Goes for a grubber kick. It's a lot of pressure on Brisbane. And it's taken there by Jermaine Osaka. But it's a goal line dropout to the Broncos. And the Knights have really come out firing here to start this match. So it's a grubber kick there by Clifford. And chased down by Bradman Best and Anari Tuala. Tuala having a fantastic game against Canberra in a couple of days ago when he scored his first ever hat-trick. So now here's the dropout by Brisbane. The Knights will pick it up on the Broncos 40. And this will be Daniel Saifidi taking the first tackle. And it'll be brought down 25 metres away from the try line. And now it's going to be Jacob Saifidi now. 15 metres away from the try line for the second tackle. And now Clifford gets a pass over to Daniel Saifiti. 10 metres away from the try line. And they're going to the short side. Pierce off to Frizzell. But Frizzell gets brought down now 5 metres away from the try line. Now they're switching to the other side now. Ponga with the ball. Ponga trying to break through. But again, he'll get brought down 5 metres away from the try line. Last tackle for the Knights. Now it's kicked off to Clifford. Clifford with the kick up in the air. And it's gone back to the Knights. Pass out for Frizzell. And now it's a one. Oh, that's a brilliant tackle there by Brisbane. Brodie Croft with a fantastic tackle there to bring him out of touch for almost what would have been a certain try for Hymel Hunt. That was a brilliant tackle there. I feel like even if Hymel Hunt went to reach out, his elbow would have touched. It would have been a double pivot anyways. But it's a good start to the Knights. Hopefully they can continue this. It's been played at Suncorp again. Yeah, I think it's wait, it's a Knights ball. Okay, so it's a Knights. Apparently, so they're saying it was a knock on by Brisbane first, then he went out. Okay. So now that's Jacob Saifidi now with the ball. He'll be held up 10 metres away from the try line for the second tackle. I thought it was just a scrum to Brisbane, but no. Short pass there to Mitchell Barnett. And Barnett will get held up 5 metres away from the try line. Now to kick it back. Now Clifford gives it to Pierce. Tries to get a floating pass over the top, but it's been chased down by a Brisbane player. It was Corey Oates, but it's going to be counted as a knock-on again. And it will be another scrum feed to the Knights. Elzahar with a 38-24 Knights win. So try to get a pass over the top there to Mitchell Pearce to Hymel Hunt. But it was Corey Oates who came out there and touched the ball and knocked it forward. So another set here for the Knights. 15 metres away from the try line. So they're going to kick it to the left side now. Ponga with the ball. Ponga will get brought down on the 10 for the first tackle. Now they get the pass off. Now it's to Jacob Saifidi. And Saifidi gets picked up and slammed by Hetherington. Second tackle. Now Clifford gets it off to Daniel Saifidi. And now Daniel Saifidi's 5 metres away from the try line. Fourth tackle. Barnett now is trying to go himself, but he will get held up. So no, that previous one was the third tackle. This is now the fourth tackle. Now Gonzalez. Now Clifford, bit of a dodgy pass to Pearce. Pearce is now trying to run straight through, and he gets brought down 10 metres away from the try line. Last tackle for the Knights. Now they're going to go to the left side. Clifford now goes for a grubber, but I think it's been put down again by Brisbane. Tyson Gamble tried to pick it up, but unfortunately has dropped it. And it won't be challenged, so it would have been. Yep, it would have been. No, it would have been not. Did look back, but he drops it. It takes his elbow twice, and then I think it kind of constitutes as a knock on. So the Knights now have another scrum. Broncos looking comfortable handling the pressure here. Yeah, they definitely are at the moment. So now, another set of 6 here for the Knights. Now Pearce, to pass out to Ponga. They held it back. They did a Roosters thing where they held it in the scrum for a little bit. And it'll be a set restart for the inside the 10 penalty from the scrum. And that's Daniel Saifidi now, 5 metres away from the try line, getting held up for the second tackle. Now Ponga, and bloody number 7, bloody Corey Croft hammers Ponga. How the hell did he stay onside there? Absolute brilliant speed. Now Mitch Barnett now gets brought down. They'll be held up actually 10 metres away from the try line for the third tackle. Now they're going to go to the left side now. It's Mitchell Pearce. Gets a pass to Lachlan Fitzgibbon, but is now just short again. Fourth tackle. Now it's to Jacob Saifidi, who's banging on the line. Last tackle here now for the Knights. They kick it back to Clifford. Clicker with a grubbered kick. It's a bullet one. And I believe it's another knock on. Is it? And it's going to be a penalty to Newcastle for an offside. So, in these last 7.5 minutes, the Knights have had the entire ball. This is... But Brisbane holding on. So here comes the first from the tap here. This is Daniel Saifidi, who's now about 5 metres away from the try line for the first tackle. Now it goes to Pearce. Now to Barnett. Barnett trying to go right straight at Keaton Palacia. Now second tackle for the Knights. Now Pearce. Kicks off to Clifford. Brisbane are really quick off their line. They're very, very good at that. So third tackle now for the Knights. They go down the short side. Bradman Best try to get a pass off. And it's a forward pass by the Knights. Brisbane hanging on. So 8.5 minutes of this game. The Knights have had the entire ball. The entirety of the ball. And a forward pass there to Best from Pearce. And now the Broncos will get the ball on their 10 and be their first actual set of the match. So this will be the scrum feed now for the Broncos. They'll be on their 10. So basically 9 minutes into this game, Brisbane finally get their first tackle. And there'll be Corey Oates there on the Brisbane 20 metre line for the first tackle. And they're going to go down the short side on their left. And this will be the second tackle just on their 25 now. As the number 11 of Alex Glenn, the captain. This will be the third tackle now for Brisbane. It's the number 4 of Herbie Farnworth. And I believe that's Danny Levi from dummy half, tackled on halfway for the fourth tackle. Or it's Tyson Gamble. No, it was. It was Danny Levi. So now this will be the last tackle now for Brisbane. 45 metres away from the try line. There's the kick from Gamble. It's up in the air. And Ponga will take it. He doesn't put his foot into the goal mouth for a 20-metre restart. So the first tackle will be on Anaru Tawala. inside on their 10. Now Heimel Hunt gets brought down on the 15 for the second tackle. And they get a pass off to the number 3 of Kurt Mann, who got a try in the Knights' win against Canberra. And now Daniel Saifidi almost breaking through there. Now gets brought down on the 40 for the 4th tackle. Pearce now. Pearce trying to break through. Gets a pass off. And there was an attempted offload there by Pearce, and Chris Randall trying to get the ball past, and he holds on to it. And it has been ruled as a knock-on by Newcastle. Oh, so he puts his hand down, then lets go immediately, then tries to pick it up. So Brisbane get the ball here on halfway. And there's a bit of a situation here. It looks like it's Danny Levi, of course, being a former player for the Newcastle Knights. He's just on the ground a little bit, but he looks to be okay. Solify. Yes, indeed, it's been a while. Nice to see you, mate. Brisbane are playing like the Sydney Roosters at the moment. Well, I mean, it's been a while since I watched a Roosters game, so I'll have to take it away for us. So first tackle now for Brisbane. They are 40 metres away from the try line. This will be the second one. I believe it's number 8 of Keenan Palacia, who's now 30 metres away from the try line for the second tackle. And almost a breakthrough down the middle there. And now Brisbane 25 metres away from the try line, third tackle. They'll go to their right side from Haas. Now they're going to force down their line. I believe that's Tessa Niu. And Niu will get brought down 10 metres away from the try line for the 4th tackle. Now Brisbane gets it down to Payne Haas. Haas will get brought down 10 metres away from the try line. Last tackle here for Brisbane. Brisbane will go down the right side. Going to pass to their wings. Niu's got numbers. And Niu will score. And after the Knights' dominance of the ball for 8.5 minutes, Brisbane get one set down the other side of the field. And it is a 4-0 lead to the Broncos, if you can believe. Tessie Niu with the try. Tessie Niu takes the step onto Bradman Best. Chucks Best off, and Tawala tried to get the tackle off there. Very interesting how it's kind of weird. The Knights had all that momentum in the first half, and yeah, it's a definite try. So Tessie Niu, I'm assuming he's probably a young player. I haven't heard of him before this match, but definitely can break through tackles, as we just saw then. So Tessie Niu, it's his 5th career try. Yeah. All right, Jack. So who am I going for? Yeah, I'm going for the other team. I'm going for that one. I'm going for the one that just conceded. but yeah, little square face Julian at chocolate to Brisbane. Lol. But yeah, and also I think on notification, thank you for subbing. Little square face Julian. I don't know if there will be a notification popping up somewhere from the alert box. So a kick here from the sideline now for Brisbane. So right on the sideline, 25 metres out. One of the most difficult kicks in the game. And it's curling and it won't get there. So it's going to remain 4-0 to Brisbane at 14 minutes into this game. Yep. It's your birthday. Big ups, happy birthday to Jack Kirkland. As a big up, with a big ups there. So now the kickoff now going to come to the Knights now. There we are. There we are. There it pops up. And I've just realised that it's Danny Levi. I've kind of forgot doing the Shackers, and I forgot Danny Levi doesn't play for the Knights. He actually plays for Brisbane. Need to change that. So there's the kickoff there by the Knights, and we are back underway. This will be the first hit up now. That's Payne Haas now. Payne Haas immediately to the sideline and gets dragged out, and the Knights will get the ball 15 metres away from the try line. A brilliant bit of play there from the Knights. So the pass there to Payne Haas, who meets Fitzgibbon, Best, and Tawala. And then with the addition of Jacob Saifidi, Payne Haas was not going to get out of that one very, very easily. So now the night, me and my wife got no hours of sleep last night because of our baby. Oh, that sucks, mate. But hope everything is going well with your new child, Will. So here's the first tackle for the Knights. It is Daniel Saifidi, 5 metres away from the try line. Now it's been off to Jacob, who's now 5 metres again from the try line. Second tackle. Now to the right side now. And it's Daniel now again. He gets brought down on the 5 metres away from the try line for the third tackle. Now to the left is now Mitch Barnett, almost losing it, but he's maintained it, and he'll get brought down on the 10. And now he's trying to get an offload off to Jacob Saifidi, and Brisbane have gotten the ball back. So they're gonna take back the knock-on for a scrum. Why? I don't understand what the deal with the NRL is of just constant offloads. And just like that, like Jacob Saifidi was not ready for that. I don't understand why Barnett passed it, and then it's a knock on by the Knights, and now Brisbane will get the ball. So here's the first tackle now for Brisbane. It's Corey Oates now on their 20. And now this will be the second tackle for Brisbane as they're dragged back to the 20. And now they're going pass down to the side here. Now it's Danny Levi. No, it's not Danny Levi. It's Tyson Gamble, who's now on the 25 inside the Brisbane's half for the third tackle. Now Payne Haas meets the number 11 of Tyson Frizzell. Gets to the 40 for Brisbane. Now Brisbane going down their left side here. Farnworth trying to get down. And Farnworth will now get dragged out. So the Knights will pick up the ball on their 35. So starting to get some good solid defence now from the Knights. So it's a tackle there by Kurt Mann and Heimel Hunt. The thing being with the Knights over the last couple of years is having solid wing defence, even still with this season. I'm still on the stream, but I just won't chat. That's all good. Wait, what's happened? Hang on, Heimel Hunt's on the ground. What's happened? Because I see somehow Brisbane's gotten the ball. What the hell has happened? So Tuala's got... Heimel Hunt's had the ball. Or there's a shoulder there and he's lost the ball. Let's have a look here. So Heimel Hunt's gotten with the ball. Oh, it's a bit of like a contact shoulder here to the jaw and he's lost the ball. He's out. So what happens here? Head does make collision with the shoulder, even if it isn't intended as a shoulder charge. Do they continue on the play, or is it a penalty to Newcastle? So Heimel Hunt's now back up on his feet. He's now getting the HIA questions, and that's the number 17, Brodie Jones, set to come onto the field. So he's walking off now. Don't know if he's actually going to pass it. So Hunt is off the field, and now Brodie Jones comes on for the Knights. So I'm trying to figure out, so did they just play on? No, it is a penalty to Newcastle for the hit on the shoulder. Like, I feel like it was more like Hymel Hunt's head just happened to go there instead of one of the Brisbane players dropping the shoulder, but it's... And it's Keenan Palacia, the number 8, who is now on report. So now Jacob Saifidi now with the ball will get the first tackle now, 35 metres away from the try line. Now Mitch Barnett now gets brought down on the 30. It's for the second tackle. Now they kick it off to Clifford. He gives it off to Daniel Saifidi. He's now 25 metres away from the try line for the third tackle. Now Clifford. Ponga. Ponga's broken one. See if he can try to break through a gap here. He does get brought down on the 10 now for the fourth tackle. Clifford now to Pearce. Now to Jacob Saifidi. Now last tackle for the Knights, 15 metres away. Clifford goes down the side for Best. Best gets an offload now to Ponga. Now Ponga's heading down century, and it's a bit of a grubber. It's come off the legs of a Brisbane player, and then a Brisbane player have picked it up, but it's a knock on by Brisbane, so the Knights will get the ball. Make the chat smaller, it's too big. I think it's... The thing is, though, it's like, I like it because it fits in this thing, though. Because then it's like, because I like it like this, because it kind of, you can kind of like, it's because it's like, you then have to change like some of the symmetry and stuff like that. It's a bit odd, but I feel like it's, I think the chat should be okay. So scrum feed now for the Knights. I need to hover the thing over the scoreboard. Now Clifford with a step, and Clifford, does he get it down? They're going to check this. I don't know if he got that down. So pass to Clifford, he takes a step in. I'm just going to check. Did he score that? I'm just checking to see if he actually did ground it. So Clifford gets the step off of Glenn. Let's have a look. Oh, yeah, that's a try. So Jake Clifford, if I'm not mistaken, gets his first try for Newcastle. Sup, Minty, sup, Trevor. So, yeah, the Knights are finally, after all the possession they have had, they finally get the first try on the board. It's Jake Clifford. I think this is his first try of the game of his time at Newcastle. I think so. I don't think he has scored. The sound is low. Anyone else with this problem? The mic is a fair bit away, so if I move it a bit closer, maybe. Just trying to check to see if everything's okay. First, if this sounds better, because the mic is usually like right here, but it was back there initially, so maybe that might be the reason. But so here's a kick-off now. The kick for Clifford to make this a 6-4 lead for Newcastle with 18 minutes 40 remaining in the match. And the kick, bit of a it is a bit low. Okay. It definitely isn't on like full wax. I could just turn it up a little bit to normally, so hopefully that does sound a little bit better. So there we are. So bit of a levered kick there by Clifford, but it does go through, and it's 6-4 to the Knights. So this will be the kick-off now. So just getting ready now for the kick. And there's the kick there by Brisbane. And it'll be picked up by Mitchell Pearce, and it's going to be sent straight to Daniel Saifiti. Minty, what is BKR streaming? If I'm correct, he's streaming the men's hockey gold medal match for Australia-Belgium, I believe, is what he is streaming, if I remember checking correctly. So that's Jacob Saifidi now. Will get brought down on the Knights 30 for the third tackle. Now they're getting a pass off here. The Knights almost breaking through there. Lachlan Fitzgibbon almost breaking through. Gets brought down just shy of halfway for the fourth tackle. And now Mitch Barnett now charges in. Gets brought down 40 metres away from the try line. Last tackle here for the Knights. They kick it back to Clifford, and Clifford with the kick. It's a high bomb. There are people chasing, but it's a brilliant take there by Tessa Niu, but Niu will be brought back inside the 10 for the first tackle as Hetherington comes off for the number 15, Reece Kennedy, for the Brisbane Broncos. And Brisbane again for the second tackle, getting dragged back into the 10. As Alfie Langer is now on the field, and now Jermaine Asako getting brought down on the 15 for the third tackle. Now they're getting a pass off here, as that is the number... It's the fourth tackle, it's on the 15. I was trying to figure out who it was. I believe that is the number 8, that is Keenan Palacio on the 25 for Brisbane. Our last tackle. There's the kick by Gamble. And there's the take there by... So first tackle now for the Knights are on their 45. And it gets it off to Tawala, who will be brought down on halfway for the second tackle. And now Bradman Best now getting some post-contact meters. Now 30 meters away from the try line for the third tackle. Now they go to the centre. Now it's Barnett. Barnett now. 25 meters away from the try line. Down to the right from the fourth tackle. Now it's Brodie Jones now, who'll get brought down 15 metres away from the try line. Last tackle here now for the Knights. Now Clifford goes for a kick up at the top. There's a lot of Knights coming in, but that's a brilliant take there by Jermaine Asako, who gets brought down on the 5 for the first tackle. It looked like to be almost a 5-on-1 there in terms of the kick and chase, as there has been a substitute now for Newcastle, as Jacob Saifidi has come off to be replaced by David Clemmer. So now, Brisbane now going to the left side. They've got numbers that they can pass out here. Farnworth now has broken through. He is running down centrally. He's got numbers support. Farnworth has beaten Ponga, but Farnworth does get met up by the number 2 of Anari Tawala. And now fourth tackle now. Brisbane 25 metres away from the try line. And now Gamble's gone with a kick over the top. And that's going to be a knock on there by Brisbane. Now it's going to be a penalty to Brisbane. For what reason? So it's going to be a penalty now. This is a kick over the top. I'm assuming it's probably like a tackle without the... Yeah. Tackled in midair with and without the ball by Bradman Best. So it's a penalty to Brisbane. So now the Brisbane are going to take the tap here on the 10. And now it's the number 15. That is Reece Kennedy getting his first hit up with the ball. Now 10 metres away from the try line. Now they kick to the other side. Now they've got numbers that they're going to pass out to the wing. And just like that, what was the Knights doing there? And it's now 8-6 to Brisbane. Corey Oates has scored. What was that defending from the Knights? They way overcommitted there. Knights overcommitted way too much to the centre. And has basically... Why did Kurtman have to come all the way there? Like holy shit. Like, come on, man. Entertain House, what's up, man? How are you, man? It's just a bit of a pass out. There was a good pass there to hold it out, to then give the ball out to Corey Oates. And now Brisbane are winning 8-6 with a kick to come. But it's going to be probably another difficult kick for the Brisbane Broncos. Can't wait for Storm Manly. 100%. That is going to be. The thing is, I hope it's actually like a close game, like because all the big games so far, this majority of this season, have all been like hyped up, and then all of a sudden it's either it's like a 60-0 drubbing. But I hope the rivalry is still there for something along the lines of 10 years ago, the arguably one of the greatest moments of all time in modern rugby league history, with that whole fight between Glenn Stewart and Manly by 10. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Manly do come out and get the dub on Saturday. So now Jermaine Asako now from the sideline, very similar positioning to his first kick, but it's on the other side of the field. He's kicked it. He's curled. It's curled too much. So it's going to be remaining 8-6 in this game with about 12.5 minutes to go. So the commentators are going off if it was forward or not. I think it was fine. The Knights side of me says it probably was forward, but I didn't check. So now it's 12.5 minutes remaining in this first half. The Knights will get the kick off. So there's the kick there. And it's a bit of a relatively shorter kick as it gets picked up on the 10. And this will be the first tackle for the Broncos. It'll be placed on their 15. It's the number 15 of Reece Kennedy, ironically. And now Payne Haas now gets brought down on the 25 for the second tackle. And they're going to kick it off to the right side of the field. Just brilliant bit of passing now from Brisbane as Jordan Ricky gets brought down on the 35 for the third tackle. Now they pass centrally again. It's again Payne Haas getting the hit up. And gets brought down on the 45. Still inside of the Brisbane half for the fourth tackle. They're going to go into the left side. It's Alex Glenn now, I believe. Yes, it is. So 45 metres away for the try line. Last tackle for the Brisbane Broncos. They're going to kick it back to Gamble, and Gamble will take the kick. It's going to go straight to Tuala. And Tuala will take it. And he will get brought down just shy of the Knights' 20 for the first tackle. And so Bradman Best gets brought down on the 20-metre line for the second tackle. And now that's Kurt Mann now. I think getting his first touch of the ball. Getting to the 25 for the third tackle. Now kicked it off now. And now it's Connor Watson is now on the field. I don't know who he has replaced, but it's a charge there for the Knights. That is David Clemmer getting his first hit up, and he'll get held up on halfway. And now this will be the last tackle for the Knights. It's kicked back to Clifford. Clifford will take the kick. It's a bit of a spinner. Oh, and it's gone straight through the hands of Jermaine I believe it's Tessanio actually. And it's another knock on, and the Knights will get the ball back. A brilliant kick from Clifford. It's a bit of a somewhat banana one, because it looked like it was going to go over the top of them, but then comes in. That's a brilliant kick. And my Para is going to get 3 losses in a row. I don't who are Para playing? They're playing the Rab. That's gonna be a tough one against the Bunnies. Big match, 3rd versus 4th though. So here we are. So the Knights now 10 metres away from the try line. Get a full set of 6. Now the kick to the left side. Now Kalen Ponga gives it off to Best. And Best will get held up 10 metres away from the try line as we enter the final 10 minutes of the first half. And now David Clemmer, who got oh so close to getting his first try for his Knights career. Down to the right, but now it's gone to Daniel Saifidi, and Saifidi now 5 metres away from the try line. Now third tackle. Pearce to go himself, but he's just a metre short of the line. Fourth tackle now. They kick it back. It's now Watson. Now to Clifford. Out to Ponga. There's passes here, but it's charged down by Brisbane, and it's going to get brought down. It would be a knock-on against Brisbane, so the Knights will get another set of 6. That should be an interesting game, this. Decent matchup, I think. I agree, Daniel. Who got the Knights try? Tame Hohapata. That was Jake Clifford who got the Knights try. And Ben, this is bullshit. Mate, they should just get the ball to Kurt Mann, honestly, Ben. So now another... Damn, Broncos have 9 errors and still winning. Yeah, even with the error, they've been going too well. So another scrum here for the Knights. Pearce gets a pass off to Best, and Best now gets brought down 5 metres away from the try line for the first tackle. Now Connor Watson gives it off to Daniel Saifidi. And Daniel will get brought down 5 metres away from the try line. This is the second tackle. Now they go to the left. Here's Pearce with a flat pass. Oh, to Lachlan Fitzgibbon. Is locked it back. Has it gone back? So he looked like he tried to ground it. It looked like it went back. So they're going to check if it was a knock-on because potentially Mitchell Pearce has scored. They're going to check this. Did that go back? Yep, Fitzgibbon has knocked it on, so the Brisbane have dodged another bullet. What was happening was Lachlan Fitzgibbon was trying to ground it, but then he put his arm back, and then it popped back, and then Pearce picked it up and scored, but it's obviously not going to be a try. So it is a knock-on, and the Knights, again, with another... But also, I think his elbow hits the ground anyway, so it doesn't look like... Our season is already over before it's over. It's because it's also hit the hand of Jordan Ricky from the Broncos, so it counts as a knock-on. So unfortunately there for the Knights now. Brisbane will get the scrum feed on their 10 as we go into the final 7 minutes 20 of the first half. So Brisbane now on their 15 for the first tackle. And this will be their second. That is the number 11. 14, I believe. Might be Xavier Williamson. So now they're on their 25. And now here's the third tackle. The number 15 of Reece Kennedy on the Brisbane 30. So fourth tackle now. Brisbane now on their 45. They are moving a bit quickly now. So Reece Kennedy going himself. And now 45 metres away from the try line. It'll be last tackle. And it's a pass from Levi to nobody. Gamble does pick it up and take the kick. And now Tuala will take it inside the 10. And Tuala will get brought down on the 20 for the Knights for the first tackle. As we're now 6 minutes 20 away from half time. Now Bradman Best. Bradman Best now on the 25 for the second tackle. Now they're going to kick it off to Kurt Mann. And Kurt Mann will get held up on the exact same spot he was for the third tackle. Now they kicked it off. Now Connor Watson trying to break through himself. It'll get brought down on the 35 for the fourth tackle. Now to the left. Now it's Clemmer. Clemmer will get brought down on halfway now. Last tackle for the Knights. They're going to kick it back to Clifford. And Clifford now with another bomb. And it's been taken there by Corey Oates. And Corey Oates meets a sandwich of Frizzell and Jacob Saifidi on the first tackle now on the 35. Didn't go as far that kick. Now here's Herbie Farnworth. And it's going to be a penalty to Brisbane. So if it was a high shot. So there's the take. It was a... So Farnworth there. It was a wraparound arm there by Connor Watson. Yeah, I'd pay it. So now Brisbane 30 metres away from the try line will get a full set of 6 to try to extend their lead and put a whole sort of trouble for the momentum for the Knights. So now, this will be the second tackle for Brisbane. It's number 50. And Danny Levi almost breaking through from dummy half. Third tackle, 5 metres away from the try line for Brisbane. They've kicked it off to Croft. Now to the number 16 of Ethan Bullimore. Now 5 metres away from the try line. Fourth tackle. And Gamble with a grubber. It's a big chase. Oh, Jesse Arthurs had grabbed the ball from the chase, but before he got the ball down, he had been taken out, so it's going to be a 20-minute restart for the Knights. But just like that, it could have easily been probably 14-6 to the Brisbane Broncos. Brilliant, we're there by Tuala. So now this will be the 0 tackle now on the 25. And now this here from Fitzgibbon will be the first tackle on the 35. Now Connor Watson. No, that's Clemmer. Clemmer getting brought down on halfway for the second tackle. There's 3 minutes 28 remaining in this first half. It's going to be a set restart now for the Knights for a ruck infringement. So this will be the first tackle for the Knights on the Brisbane 45. So they've got numbers to the side. Ponga now. It's kicked it off. Oh, it's a breakthrough gap here for Fitzgibbon. But no support, and he'll get brought down on the 15 by Tessie Niu. Now the Knights. Now Pearce to Ponga. Oh, the battery. Oh, you're joking. They get a pass off to Frizzell. Battery just put up with 10% battery remaining. Frizzell trying to break through. He's now 5 metres away from the try line. Third tackle. Now they kick it to the left. Pearce. Pearce tries to go himself. And he's put it down. He's reached out and scored. And Mitchell Pearce has gotten a try in his first game back. And the Knights are now in the lead, surprisingly, for the first time this match. No, no, never mind. Second time. I just remembered they were 6-4 up. I forgot. So Mitchell Pearce gets the reach up in between the legs of one of the Brisbane defenders. Oh, it's over Tessaniu. Ball elbow does not hit the ground. So it's not a double movement. So now the Knights with a very important try to get into the momentum going into half-time. Very, very important try there. So less than 2 minutes remaining. It's Broncos. The Broncos have not been bad. I will say that. Even though if you see in the stats, like the Knights are like 70% of possession, Brisbane really have held their own. So I wouldn't be surprised if they do fire up like Walter gives them an old like Queensland speech and get them through. So now less than 90 seconds remaining. Jake Clifford will take a kick. This will make it a 12-8 lead. I subbed to you, so can I have a shout out? Yeah, sure. Yeah. Go on, vibing on YouTube. You'll get it. Bloody hell, 37 minutes gone. I've missed loads. Has been good. It's been, I would probably say from a Knights perspective, it's definitely been frustrating because we've had the possession all the way up on the other side of the field, but haven't really been able to capitalise. But Clifford gets the kick over, so with a minute 16 remaining, it is still 12-8 to the Knights. No, it's not still. Thoughts on Manly versus Melbourne? Probably is going to be the match of the season, hopefully. Look, obviously the rivalry recently has just been a lot of, especially with the Battle of Brookvale match 10 years ago. So it's been all good. So as of this point now, the live ladder, the Knights are 7th. However, because of their points differential, they can drop down. Or they will drop down. Telling you about scorers. For the Knights, it was Jake Clifford and Mitchell Pearce. And for the Brisbane Broncos, it was Tessie Niu and Corey Oates. So now, David Clemmer gets the first hit up here as we enter the final minute. Clemmer gets brought down inside the 10 for the first tackle. The first 10, I don't know. Frizzell now with the ball, who gets brought down on the 20 for the second tackle. Which team do I go for? I go for the Newcastle Knights, funnily enough. So this is the third tackle now for the Knights. We're on their 30. There's Connor Watson now trying to break through. Gets to the 35. Fourth tackle. Brisbane probably going to have like 2 tackles in this final half. In this final bit of play. So last tackle, 20 seconds remaining. Now it's going to be kicked up to Clifford. And now it's another high bomb here from Clifford. There's a lot of chases here. And that's been knocked forward by Brisbane. But it's going to be a penalty to Brisbane for a take out of the catcher. So the siren has sounded, so I'm assuming they're going to kick into touch and then we'll get 1 play. Now they've gone to lever it, so the ball will be picked up on halfway. So Brisbane have 1 play to somehow take the lead. Potentially. This will be interesting. So siren has sounded. And now they're going to go to the other side now. Farnworth now with the ball, but Farnworth will just decide to get taken down. And that is the half-time now. It is 12-8 to the Newcastle Knights. A very good, close contention for a game. Man, this is really turning into a potential match. By the way it's looking, I'm just trying to get my phone to charge. So how much percentage does my phone actually have? I have 9%. And this cord is rubbish. So what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to get a new charger cord. I will be back. I won't transition or anything. You'll just see this and it'll be nothing. So
Sorry, you see the news? What, the Rugby League World Cup's been pushed back to 2022.
okay, I'm back. So, okay, so I'm just going to put this in. So I've now got I'm borrowing my brother's power bank to charge my phone because... Can we say hello to your cat, please? Wait, did my cat come into this room? I think it's in my parents' room sleeping. It's a cat you don't want to piss off, so I'll probably just leave him to it. But so yeah, so we got the power bank going, so we should be very much all good. So there is something I did mention of doing something. Doing tomorrow morning. So obviously we've got the 2 NRL games tomorrow night, which I'm just going to bring up from the draw so I don't make a mistake of who they are. Yeah, so you've got Canberra versus St George and then Parramatta versus the Rabbitohs. But I have decided, do you support the Super League? I do watch a fair amount of the Super League in England. It's very good. I don't have a specific team, but from all the ones I watch, okay, those claws can be lethal, 100%. So basically, if I had to choose a team, because most of the games I end up watching are Warrington for some reason, and also kind of because Jake Mamo, who's a former Knights player that I really like, actually currently plays for him, but I have heard he's moving to Castleford next season, so it should be interesting there. But What I am doing, so it's going to be early tomorrow morning, so like 9 a.m. So obviously, some people probably might not be able to watch it, but I have been wanting to do a new sport. So what are you doing tomorrow morning? So it is a new sport. It's not wrestling. I will get around to doing a SmackDown stream. Or a Raw stream. I promise you, Frenchie. Probably next week, but I'm gonna pull this thumbnail up. Open. There it is. So tomorrow morning, it'll be the first game of the NFL preseason. It is the Pittsburgh Steelers against the Dallas Cowboys. Basically, it's like starting into the... it's on neutral venues. It's just basically a tune-up game, so it's not really going to be meaning as much, but I wouldn't mind doing the NFL. So obviously when the NRL does finish, I will be doing the... just doing some sports. But this also will depend if I do... go up. Does it? What team should I support in the Super League? That's a very... it's a hard one to discuss. Your call. You don't get many people streaming footy. It's alright. So, and I do know, like, I'm not the best when it comes to the experts of the NFL. I do know a fair amount of the stuff with the remove image. Yep, with the Pittsburgh Steelers because of urinating tree. The whole like Juju Smith-Schuster doing the TikTok dances on the logos of teams in their stadiums, which is a very big thing. So that's what I'm going to be doing. It's just one thing. If people like it, I'll probably decide to do it because when NRL does finish, because there is other sports like you got the Premier, you got European football and the A-League. So just want to get a mix in as kind of much as possible, like casting the net out and see if there's of takers. But does anyone like the Saints prop Walmsley there, and do you think he could do well in Australia? Haven't Walmsley, it's just... Is that his spell his name? Just trying to check that nothing actually is going to pop up that's going to like leak my address, or it's like Alex Walmsley, that's it. So who's he going to? Or if he's not going to anywhere, is he? Alex Walmsley. So he's a prop for Saints in Oz. He played for St Helens in their 26-12 Challenge Cup final over Castleford. I don't think I've actually watched the St Helens game. I think the last one I actually watched was it was St Helens. St Helens Wigan like 4 years ago. Like that was a while ago. You want to see what a teenage me looked like? You got to go to there. It's not leaving state as far as I know. It's just wondering. I definitely have to look at highlights of him. But Frenchie goes for the Patriots. It's I actually go for the 49ers just because of a certain rugby league player went over there and tried to break into the team, but he unfortunately did it. Now he's currently in jail. Some of you may know who he is. Do you like New Zealand Warriors? I do. I probably consider them my second. If the Knights didn't exist, I'd probably support the Warriors. I do have one of their heritage jerseys. It's fucking sick. Jared Hunt. Yep, that's him. That's the guy. You better stream Man United. I definitely will be streaming Man United a lot more than last season. Who's your favourite NRL player? In terms of the whole NRL, who? I mean, my favorite player from the Knights is Mitch Barnett, but probably my favorite player from like the NRL collectively, it would have to be To'o. Like Brian To'o, I just love that man. He's just my man spent his first check from the NRL on V-Bucks for Fortnite. That's banging. So it is nice. So yeah, so Jared Hayne, he is apparently he is a part of an NFL team. He's the longest yard team. But yeah, do I like Ponga? 100%. He's a fantastic player. Enjoys the Newcastle nightlife, is what I've heard from a few people. He's I just kind of hope that before he does, because I know there's like rumours of him going to play for the All Blacks, wanting to go play rugby for New Zealand, but if he do, and I hope we do get him a title. Brian does his good corner tries, he deserves it, 100%. One thing I have had a thought of doing, so since I have been doing of jobs, actually, hang on, so Daniel Bato, just one more comment for now. The old Great Britain hooker Brian Noble once said Walmsley played with a load of scaffold fired out of a cannon. He's very rangy and awkward. A scaffold fired out of a cannon. That's yeah, that's one I've definitely never heard of before. That phrase. Must be an absolute unit. But I was thinking about doing some kind of award show. So you know how they have the Dally M's. So with the Dally M's is like awards. I was thinking about having my own, but taking it the extra mile and actually making medals and sending them to the actual players, seeing if they will accept it. So I think we're going to call them like the Mally D or something because obviously Dally M, you swap the front letters around, you get the Mally Ds. And it's like we actually make like medals for the players, try to send it to them. Will they accept it? I don't know. I think we could treat it like it's a proper, like, you know, under sixes, like those kind of trophies, you know. Broncos haven't beaten Newcastle since 2017. Really? Has it been that long? It's so weird because Brisbane was like usually the team we would be beaten by. Didn't know it was that long ago since they beat us. Loved it. Yes, he's about 6'5" and 18 stone. Not sure how many kilos that is. That's, as far as I'm aware, that's pretty heavy. 18 stone in kilograms. 114 kilos. Big fella. So we're still waiting now for half time. So far, my bets aren't looking. My multi isn't looking that way. Spencer, even if the Broncos lose, they are starting to improve and be consistent. Thank God, 100% they are. So I feel like if they do definitely give them more time, Brisbane can definitely get them out of this this current hellhole that they are in. It's not really a hellhole. It's just like they're all right. It's just that everyone in the NRL has just gotten a bit better. So I did have a multi for this match, and it's I needed an Ari Tuala, Connor Watson, Herbie Farnworth, anytime try scorers, and the Knights to win. And by the way, it's not looking that great unless all three of them actually score in the second half. But don't gamble, kids. Just trying to. Fuck's sake! I've left dead air. God damn it. Let me think. Fuck, what do I do to get rid of this dead air? Is he a take of the 99s? Rugby League history, sup, man? That actually kind of reminds me, because I remember during one of your off-field rivalries videos, you referred to England as the land of lockdown, and it's kind of interesting how in a couple of months it's now kind of switched now. With like the eastern seaboard of Australia are all in lockdown, and England's looking relatively okay because they just had that Freedom Day not that long ago, didn't they? Bit interesting how the whole thing changes with this current situation. I can't wait for the Broncos team in 2022. Oh, God. Oh, yeah, they're going to have Reynolds as... Oh, they're going to have a few players, actually, Brisbane. They could have a pretty good team, you know. I'm not going to make some kind of proclamation like I did with the Bulldogs, because I can't... In the last stream, I made almost a guarantee proclamation that the Canterbury Bulldogs will make the top 8 next season. Which I'll need to figure out. Trying to figure that out. It's completely turned around. Although in England, vaccine passports are coming in September. Yeah, I have heard about these. I've seen a fair amount of the of a fair few people not thrilled about it. I haven't looked into many of them that much, but it is an interesting one. I'm not exactly the expert to talk about this because I don't even know much about it at all. But yeah, it's definitely something that needs to something to look into about how they're actually going to handle with if they definitely are happening, but on how they're going to be handled. So now both teams now coming back onto the field. So there we go. So we're getting. If you haven't been double jabbed, no entry into nightclubs, cinemas, and football matches or large sporting events. Man, they're going full right ahead with that. That's That is interesting. Would you take the vaccine? I would. There is one thing I do need to get checked before. I need to have a blood test before because my mum has a clotting disorder, so we kind of want to figure out if I have it. So because I know with the Astra one, there's a little bit of a potential that you could get blood clotting, but it's something I'll do in that check. But I eventually will get vaccinated. It's I've already got the autism. I'm scared of getting it again. So here we go. We are underway now. Kick off now. The Knights are kicking off, running that way, and Brisbane will get the ball for the second half. Gamble, was that a knock on by Brisbane? No, it's not. It's all good. If you ever want to watch the Rugby League live again, then you'll need to. Yeah. Hopefully everything, but I will hope everything does stay well over there for England, so I can hope everything gets better down here. So this will be the third tackle now for the Brisbane Broncos. They're on the 20. It's going to be a set restart actually for Brisbane for a ruck infringement. So this will be the first tackle now on the Brisbane 30. So now onto the 35 now for the Broncos for the second tackle. They're going to pass it down to the sides. They've got numbers on the wing if they give it out to who I believe would have been Jermaine Asako. Wait, Asako's on the wing. Isn't he usually the fullback? Don't tell me I've only just noticed this. God damn it. So fourth tackle now for Brisbane. They're keeping on going. Almost breaking through there with Gamble. Now 30 metres away from the try line. Last tackle for the Broncos. There's the kick from Brodie Croft. There's a lot of pressure. Oh, it's a brilliant take there by Kurt Mann onto the 10 for the first tackle. Brilliant take. And now it's Lachlan Fitzgibbon now getting the hit up for the Knights. This will be the second tackle. Who scored for the Broncos? Bobby, it was Tessie Niu and Corey Oates, the try scorers for Brisbane. So fourth tackle now for the Knights. They're on their 30. Now Connor Watson now. Beats one, beats two, beats three. Almost breaking through the fourth and getting through. Brisbane are taking a gamble playing Tyson Gamble. 100%. Kind of annoyed that I didn't make that joke. So big bomb there by the Knights. But it's taken up there by Tessie Niu, who gives the pass off to Jermaine Asako. And Asako will get brought down on the 15 for the first tackle for Brisbane. Oh, God. Oh, rugby league history, you clever son of a bitch. That's it. Oh, Tessie Neo just breaking tackles left, right, and centre, and he'll get brought down on halfway for the 4th tackle. Now you got to keep that going. So down to the right, it's Gamble. Now they've got to pass off to Arthurs, and Arthurs will get brought down on the 35 metres away from the try line. Last tackle for Brisbane. There's the kick from Gamble. It's high up in the air, and it's given off to Kurt Mann. Mann will get brought down 5 on their 5 for the first tackle for the Knights. So that is, I believe, Lachlan Fitzgibbon brought down on the 10 for the second tackle. Onari Tawala now for the third tackle. Gets brought down on the 15. Okay. Well, apparently we're losing the men's hockey final as well. Well, it's Belgium 1-0. As now, 4th tackle for the Knights are on their 25. Ponga now with the ball. But Ponga just runs straight into Gamble and Alex Glenn. So now last tackle for the Knights on their 35. They're going to kick it back to Pearce. Pearce now with the kick. It's going to go all the way back to the 10. And gets picked up by Corey Oates. And he will get brought down on the Brisbane 25 for the first tackle. As we are now 4 minutes gone in this second half. And now I believe that is Asako. Gets brought down on the 35 for Brisbane for the second tackle. Oh, bit of a solid hit there from Jacob Saifidi. And Brisbane get dragged back to the 30 for the third tackle. Now Danny Levi, former Knights player, gets brought down on the 45 for the 4th tackle. Now it's a charge there. That's Payne Haas now. Gets to the 45 inside of the Knights half. Last tackle now for Brisbane. They've kicked it back, and it's a kick there by Brodie Croft. And Kurt Mann gets another kick given straight to him. And he'll get brought down on the 15 for the first tackle. What pen are you using? I'm using a Bic Atlantis black pen. So second tackle now. The Knights on their 20. Now it's Lachlan Fitzgibbon will get brought down. No, it's Brodie Jones, not Fitzgibbon. Gets brought down on the 30. Now Clemmer with the ball. And Clemmer will get brought down on the Knights 40 for the 4th tackle. Now they're going to kick it off to the left. As Tyson Frizzell now beats 1, beats 2, beats 3. He's on the 40, the 30, the 20. Still going, and he gets brought down on the 15. What a run by Tyson Frizzell. Last tackle for the Knights. They kick it down to the side. Pearce. Now Ponga. Ponga with a grubber. Oh, it's almost picked up there. I think it's a 1-on-1. Fitzgibbon has grounded it. They're going to check to see what happened. They're going to see there's probably definitely a double knock-on situation. So review the contest. So the referee's obviously given it a no try going into the bunker, but they are going to check this. So it's a grubber by Ponga. Kick chasers are onside. What happens with the ball? No, he doesn't. Asako gets the ball and it comes off his knee, so it looks like Lachlan Fitzgibbon has not touched it at all. I don't think Fitzgibbon's touched it. He hasn't. Fitzgibbon hasn't touched that. It's all Asako and it's gone back. So that means if Fitzgibbon doesn't touch it. Does he ground it? I'm honestly certain. They're playing on. So Fitzgibbon hasn't touched it. And he's grounded it. So they're now checking to see if Bradman Best held back Asako. Okay, 1-1. So hang on, is it a try? It's a try to the Knights. Lachlan Fitzgibbon has scored, but I'm with the commentators. I think it was an obstruction by Bradman Best. Like, I know the Knights are my team, but it's like... Basically, Asako, who was the one who got the ball, and Best holds on to him. Like, and people are contentious saying, oh, he's even going to get to the ball. I'm just going to check. Yeah, he's holding him back. That's not I don't think that's a try. So Lachlan Fitzgibbon has scored for the Knights, but in my personal opinion, that is not a try. That should be a penalty. Like, you've seen people going on about obstructions of, like, little touches, but Bradman Best is literally clinging on to Jermaine Osaka like Yoda on fucking Luke Skywalker. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that at all. I don't think that's a try. Here's a kick from Clifford. It's right down the middle. So the Newcastle Knights are now 18 points to 8 ahead over the Brisbane Broncos, but definitely not without controversy. People will be complaining about this, and I think they're entitled to it. Who do you think is the most biased referee? That's a hard one to. The most he's like, I think they're all pretty biased, but I don't know. Probably Sutton, but Sutton's the main referee, so he kind of gets the biggest flack. So the Knights get the kickoff there. You mentioned the Warriors jersey. What's your favourite of the last 25 years? Love the Knights filler jersey from about 2002. I think the Warriors, the Heritage one from 2015 was a very good one. The Knights 97 one, I mean, it's obviously it's the one we won a title in, so I think that's a very good one as well. Bulldogs 2004 one's also really good. So a lot of teams have had pretty good kits. How are you going to write the lineups for the NFL? I'll have a list of positions, numbers, and offense, defense, special teams. So miss out here. Frizzell now with the ball, 40 metres over the try line, still going, and he's going to get brought down 35 metres over the try line. Last tackle now for the Knights, and it's a toed up in the air. That's out in the full. And that ball's gone out in the full, so the Brisbane Broncos will get the ball on the 35. As we are now 8 minutes gone into this second half. I think Jared Sutton come into the most biased referees, 100%. Actually, I do think Sutton is starting to become a Mike Dean now, so yeah, him. That the referee with a massive forehead. So now Brisbane now with the ball. This will be the second tackle. That's Alex Glenn now, 45 metres away from the try line. So run meters now at the moment. You've got all of the Knights frontmen, Frizzell, Saifidi, Clemmer and the two Saifidi brothers, all in charge. Third tackle, it's a kick over the top here for Brisbane, but it's going to fall to Kurt Mann. Kurt Mann's broken past through one tackle, and Kurt Mann will get brought down on the 10. Bit of an interesting decision there to kick early, and it's going to be a penalty to Newcastle. Tyson Gamble, it was an attempt for an illegal steal. He tried to... Oh no, don't say. Gamble, fucking... I'm a clever... I can't take any clever for that. Rugby League history beat me to the pump. So now, on half, so just about on halfway now, that is Daniel Saifidi now off the field. Ooh! Lachlan Fitzgibbon and the number 15 of Reece Kennedy getting into it a little bit. There's a first tackle now inside the Brisbane half. Yes, Warriors have lovely jerseys. I had the silver 2002 away Puma, loved it, and didn't fit me properly. I gave it away. Wish I still kept it for display purposes though. Definitely. Third tackle now for the Knights. They're 30 metres away from the try line now. And now it's Pearce. Fitzgibbon offload to Ponga. Now it's to Randall. Now Connor Watson now. He's Connor Watson now inside the 10. He's now 5 metres away from the try line for the 4th tackle. Oh, and it's a flat pass there, and it's a knock on by the number 10 by Daniel Saifidi. So it was actually Jacob who was off the field. So a bit of a mistimed pass there by Chris Randall. So it's going to be a scrum feed for the Broncos. Definitely probably need to make a video of like the top 20 best rugby league jerseys. Or even do like a top 5 for every team. That'd be. Here's one. I'm gonna be on the stream tomorrow, but I'll need to do my online work. Yeah, that's completely fine, Frenchie. If you definitely prioritize your work before my streams, definitely you have to do the work. I mean, 100%. Yeah. Who's had good field possession in this position in the second half? From the first half, it was a lot. It was definitely a lot more in favour of the Knights, but it's definitely evened out a little bit more. I would say the Knights, but not as much. Probably Knights, but just. And they're going down the short side here, Brisbane. They keep on going. As Sawaso Sue's now come onto the field to replace David Clemmer. So now last tackle for Brisbane, 35 metres away from the try line. It's the lob up the top by Gamble, and it's taken by Ponga. And Ponga breaks through one tackle, goes past 2, and he'll get brought down on the Knights 20 for the first tackle. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, no worries, Paradox. So Sawaso Sue now getting his first head up of the game. He gets to the Knights 35 for the third tackle. Thursday games have been really weird this year. Yeah. They definitely are a bit. Definitely been on one. So his last tackle now, 40 metres over the try line. The Knights with the kick. It's a big charge in, but it's been picked up by Tessa Niu. And Niu will get brought down on the 15 for the first tackle. Now the kids are back up now. It's Niu again getting it the second hit up, and it'll get brought down on the 20 for the second tackle. Now 13 minutes gone in this second half. Going to try to kick it to the side here. It's Farnworth now, trying to break through, but Pearce will wrap him up. And they've stopped play for a HIA situation. It's Lachlan Fitzgibbon from the Knights. I assume the type of questions they would be asking would be the it'd be like, I think it's probably like, where are you at, what position you're playing, what's the number on your jersey. It's far from I remember, because I know like with soccer they had like a thing that in case someone did get concussed, they would have. It's like a Fitzgibbon's coming off. I think Mitch Pearce's try will make a difference for this game. 100%. So Lachlan Fitzgibbon's coming off the field now for the HIA. Let's have a look. What happened? Oh, it was a head clash. Hello. No. What was the best sponsor for the Newcastle Knights of all time? I mean, I think it'd probably be like Henny Penny / Stockland would probably be two of the. I mean, NIB's also pretty good because I mean, the main like sponsor head for NIB is a former Knights player. So yeah, so Brisbane have made a sub. Willison's come on for Baltimore. We want to see your cats, mate. Cats with the father sleeping. Has the Warriors won a premiership? They have not. They got to the grand final twice. 2002 and 2011, they both lost. 2002 was to the Roosters and 2011 was to Manly, if I remember correctly. Hope you get to 1,000 subs soon, lad. You're doing great. Cheers, Daniel. So second tackle now for the Knights. They're on their 40. And it's going to be a set restart now for the Knights. But it's going to be a penalty. What's going on? So it's saying to Keenan Palasi to basically calm down. You better show us your cat in tomorrow's NFL stream. Yeah, I'll definitely will, because it'll be like sunlight, it'll be away. So that was a weird sponsor. Paramount shirts, Newtown, was it? I liked the jerseys from the Paramount one. I'm gonna down a beer. Cheers, boys. Yeah, cheers, Frenchie. So now the Paramount, I think the Paramount jerseys from Newtown look nice. The Knights have stripped the Brisbane actually has stripped the ball here. I don't know how that's been legal, but it looks. I mean, looks fair enough. I mean, one of the tries for the Knights shouldn't really count, but that's a fair play. So big play there by Brisbane for the strip. So now this is the first tackle now from that set restart on the Brisbane 40. So that's the number 14. It's Xavier Willison getting his first bit of play. On halfway for the second tackle. A bit of a flat pass there. That's a knock on there by Tessa Niu. Very unfortunate there for the young boy. I should say boy. I'm not 40 yet. So it's going to be the Knights are going to get the ball back here as Walters is now on the sideline. Should there be a second Brisbane team? There probably will be, but I don't think there should be, but there probably will be. It's like you've had one Brisbane team for like 30 years, 30 plus years, and you just add a new one. Like, who's going to support them? It's number 17. That's Brodie Jones on the Knights the Brisbane 40 for the first tackle. Now Barnett. Barnett's now breaks through a tackle, still going. Now to get brought down 20 metres away from the try line for the second tackle. Now Clifford gets it off to Pearce. Now to Frizzell. And it'll get brought down. 10 metres away for the try line now. Third tackle for the Knights. Pearce with the pass to Watson. And Watson's 5 metres away from the try line. They kick it out to the side. Pearce, Ponga with a step, and he gets brought down. Still going. But he gets an offload off to Frizzell. Frizzell now gets brought down 5 metres away from the try line. Last tackle now for the Knights. They pass it back now to Clifford. Clifford with a grubber kick. It's a lot of pressure. And it's going to be picked up by Jermaine Asako, who runs it out of play. So it's going to be a goal line dropout. Still makes me chuckle. The Super League refs was sponsored by Specsavers. Come on. That's unfortunate. Come on. Like, that's always been the joke. Even like not even just for rugby league, and like nearly in like all of football is all Specsavers. Like, come on. I mean, that is good awareness. You better stream all the games this week. I mean, I'm kind of in lockdown, so there's not really much I can do, so yeah, I probably will. So this will be the first tackle now for the Knights on the Brisbane 30. Now Sawaso Sue on the 25 for the second tackle. Pearce. Oh, Frizzell gets brought down. Now 15 metres away from the try line for the third tackle. They kicked it off to Pearce. Now to Watson. Watson now brought down 5 metres away from the try line. Fourth tackle for the Knights. Kicked it off Pearce to Barnett. Barnett with a spin. And Barnett has scored for the Knights. Has he? Did he? Gonna check this. Refs need love too. They definitely do, but that's too funny. Did he score it? I think that... Or maybe... Well, the other camera angle should show. The NRL should have teams from Adelaide, Perth, Darwin and Hobart instead of having 2 teams in one city. Did he? Did he score? Let's have a look. I don't think he has. I don't think he's grounded it. I don't think he's grounded that. Yeah, I think he... Oh, I might have, yeah. Yep, Bunker's try confirmed it, so it is a try to the Knights. Oh, hang on. There we are, 22 points to 8. I feel like Adelaide should have a team. Sorry? Oh, penalties. So the men's gold medal match has gone to penalties. And there's the kick there by Clifford. It's now 24 points to 8 to the Knights. Adelaide did have a team, didn't it? Yeah, Adelaide had the Adelaide Rams back in the 90s, I'm fairly certain. I think the question would really be, though, is where can they play it in Adelaide? Because the majority of the pitches are all like... I know Perth has got that, the stadium, the Perth Glory and the Western Force play at. They've got that stadium. So Brisbane player has come off here. That's Brodie Croft. He's come off the field. As Albert Kelly, I believe, has now come onto the field. Knights have oh my god, Knights have made 29 tackle breaks and the Broncos have made 9. Damn. So this has been, in terms of like a stats game, it's been really good for the Knights. It's just, in terms of a scoring, it's been a bit off, but we are still 24 points to 8 up. How's it? Okay, I just need to check because it said stream is disconnected on OBS, but then it's just checking to see everything's okay. The stream hasn't been kicked off or anything. We're all good. Let me just check this quickly. That I'm still live. I just need some confirmation. Still going, just checking. Yep. Ah! Shit, tits. Whoopsie. That was a Code Miko video. Whoopsie doodle. Okay, we're back. I just wanted to make sure because the proper things stream is disconnected now, it's just restarted, so I just wanted to make sure we hadn't been kicked off, but we are okay. So last tackle here for Brisbane, they're on the halfway. And there's the kick up in the air by Gamble. It's taken by Nari Tuala. And Tuala will get brought down on the 30 for the first tackle. Love those Hunter Mariners and Adelaide Rams shirts back in the day. Yeah, those jerseys look really good. Just a shame about the whole Hunter Mariners thing with the Super League. It's like it was never gonna work. It's like you can't just put another team in Newcastle. It's just not gonna work. But it's almost a beautiful pass there to Daniel Saifidi. Almost break through the gap there. Fourth tackle for the Knights. They're now 40 metres over the try line. Ponga now with the ball. Gives it off to Best. Now the pass to Tuala. And it's another try to the Knights. Anari Tuala has gotten a try. 3 tries in the last game. He's now got himself another one tonight. It's now 28 points to 8 with a kick to come. And now finally one of the 3 players that I wanted to score have scored. All I need is Connor Watson to score. And then I need Farnworth to score for Brisbane. And the Knights to hold on and win. But I do feel like it'll be like a... if you miss one odds cashback. Man, and I tip him for first try scorer. Yeah, he was really up there for the first try scorer market. It's really... Brilliant pass to Best as well. And Tuala gets a try in the corner. 4 tries in his last 2 games. Brilliant bit of playing there from the Knights. That's the Knights that can switch on. Basically, this game is probably to just get as many points as possible to like help that positive negative in that game. Oh, come on, Pierce, kiss him. Kiss the beautiful man. So here's a conversion out attempt here for Clifford. It's right at the sideline. There's been 3 kicks from there so far. This to make it a 30-8 lead with under 16 minutes remaining in this match. Here's a conversion. It's going to curl too early. So it's going to be it's going to miss. So he's no longer perfect. He was 4 from 4 earlier. He's now 4 of 5. So it will remain a 20-point lead to the Knights. A very comfortable lead. Basically, even if the Broncos get 3 converted tries, they'll still be down by 2. So definitely, Knights probably just need 1 more try, really, to just put it to bed. Just got to say, man, bloody Connor Watson, man. What a man. I know he didn't score, but what a man. What a beautiful man. And it's a short kick-off here by Brisbane, and it's going to go out before it even went 10 metres. So it's going to be a penalty to the Knights from the short kick-off not going 10 metres and going out. At least it didn't go backwards like Game 2 of State of Origin. So good news for the Knights. Lachlan Fitzgibbon has passed his HIA. So he's potentially going to come back onto the field. So that's good news. There's the kick from Clifford for the penalty kick. And the ball is going to go out 25 metres away from the try line. So the Knights get a full set of 6 here. Is the British centre for Newcastle doing anything in your team at the moment, or is he in reserve grade? I was wondering, because I was watching the Be The Player series that I did for pre-season, and I know there was some English guy. I don't know his name, but I think he might just be in the reserves. I'm not too sure. Is this Farnworth any good? Farnworth's fairly decent. And Frizzell with a lead runner with a bit of an obstruction, so it's going to be a penalty to Brisbane. So Brisbane will get the ball back 5 metres away as we're now into the final 15 minutes of the match. Can't remember his name. I'll have to look into it. Because he had, like, I think he was from, I don't think he was from Liverpool. I don't think he was Scouse, but he had a very dignified, very heavy English accent. So on the Brisbane 35, they'll take the tap to get their play going. So this will be the first tackle for Brisbane. It's Alex Glenn, gets to the 45. I bet on 45 plus. Do you think it will happen? 45 plus points. So you can't. So it's at 36. So all you need is 10 more points. So like 34. So you need like a converted try and then just another try, maybe. I think it should happen. Oh, big tackle there by the number 11 of Tyson Frizzell now. So 30 minutes over the try line now. 4th tackle. And now that's Albert Kelly getting his first run of the ball. Now last tackle for Brisbane, 20 metres out. It's a kick up in the air for Gamble. Brisbane have passed it back. That's going to be a try to Brisbane. Xavier Willison has scored. So it's apparently an attempted back flick there. It's gone backwards. There's definitely nothing wrong with that. And the Broncos have gotten another try. Xavier Willison. And the Broncos can increase their win chance if they have a full team with Katoni Staggs. They need to readjust their squad without Staggs, so they have to win without their best players. Anyway, so the number 3 was Jesse Arthurs, who bats it back, and Willison comes in and charges and scores. So the man off the bench does get a try. And the conversion here will make it a 14-point game. It's not over yet. So Xavier Willison gets his first ever NRL try. So very good, big congratulations to him. That's one thing that's been really good for this season. There's a lot of young players getting their start. I know nothing about football, but this is nail biting. It's if Brisbane definitely score another try in the next couple of minutes, then it will 100% be nail biting. So Jermaine Asako now hasn't gotten a kick so far this game. This to make it 28 points to 14, and he's kicked it. So 12 minutes remaining. It is a 14-point game. If Brisbane can get us try in the next 3 minutes, it could definitely be a lot more interesting. I did hear a cheer from Brand. I don't know if the gold medal matches, because they were in penalties, Australia versus Belgium for the gold medal in men's grass hockey. So I'm not sure what has happened. So here comes the kickoff now from the Knights. The Knights just need to get one more try, and probably they should be able to seal it there. So there's the kickoff there by the Knights. And here comes the first tackle for Brisbane. And he's going to get brought down on the 15 for the first tackle. Fitzgibbon may have gotten the ball. No, he doesn't. I thought somehow there might have been a knock on there by Brisbane. Now Willison will get brought down on the 25 for the second tackle. Still inside of the Brisbane half. Now Alex Glenn now. Big post-contact meters. Gets to the 35 now for the third tackle. Danny Levi going himself. He's now on the 45 inside of the Knights half for the fourth tackle. Niu. Now Payne Haas. Haas now 35 metres away from the try line. This will be the last tackle. They pass. There's the kick from Gamble. It's up in the air. There's a lot of Brisbane runners trying to get there. It's batted back to Brisbane. But Willison was there, but it's been picked up by Kalen Ponga. So Callum gets brought down on the 10 for the first tackle. Now Kurt Mann will get brought down on the 15 for the second tackle. Honestly, I really want to see the Titans win the premiership, even though I'm a diehard Broncos fan. It would be definitely good. I'm up for the Knights signing Tessie Nuai and then putting Gaga on the wing next season. That'd be a good little bit of pairing. So fourth tackle now for the Knights. Are on their 35. Now it's Jacob Saifiti. And Saifiti will get brought down on the 45, just short of halfway. Last tackle now for the Knights. And Pearce will take a step forward and take the kick. And it's landed straight in the hands of Tessie Nui on the 10-metre line for Brisbane. It'll run straight into Lachlan Fitzgibbon and Bradman Best and get brought down on the 25. As we're now about to enter the final 10 minutes of the match. Now Corey Oates now gets brought down on the 35. Now Farnworth now gets to the 45 for the third tackle. Brisbane to keep going. Now the pass to Kelly. Kelly gets brought down 40 metres away from the try line. Fourth tackle. Now they're down the side. Now the number 12, that is Jordan Ricky. Now 30 metres away from the try line. Last tackle here for Brisbane. They go down the right short side. It's a kick centrally. It's to pressure for Ponga, and Ponga will take it. Ponga's breaking past 1. Beats 2. Beats 3. But will get brought down on the 15 for the first tackle. 9.5 minutes to go. Now Anari Tuala will get brought down on the 20 for the second tackle. And now it's passed. Now it's Kurt Mann. Kurt Mann will get brought down on the 30 for the third tackle. Brisbane's defence is stepping up here at this moment. Now, David Clemmer will get brought down on the 40 for the fourth tackle. Now under 9 minutes remaining. Now off to Jacob Saifidi. Saifidi now charging onto halfway. And this will be the last tackle for the Knights. And they give it back to Mitchell Pearce. And it's a high bomb. Almost a spill there by Jermaine Osaka, but he holds on. And Osaka will get brought down on the 15 for the first tackle. Now they kick it off to a pass now. It's Jesse Arthurs. And Arthurs is getting dragged back, but it's an offload now to Farnworth. And it's a through. Corey Oates is through. The 50, the 40. He's broken past Ponga. There's Knights players all around him. And Corey Oates gets brought down 25 metres away from the try line. Second tackle. Here come Brisbane. Gamble. Down on Farnworth. Farnworth breaking through tackles. Trying to get an offload off, but 5 metres away gets brought down. Third tackle for Brisbane. And they're going to go down to the side. Over the top. Farnworth. And Farnworth has scored for Brisbane. Here we go. There is hope for Brisbane. 7.5 minutes to go. It is a 10-point game with a kick to come. Holy shit. We are up to a grandstand finish. I'm actually happy because Herbie Farnworth is the one Brisbane player I wanted to score. So all we need is either Connor Watson to score and I win my bet. I need Connor Watson to score and the Knights to win. Then I win my bet. So yeah. Yeah, the Broncos are really trying to be consistent. That is a big, big try for Brisbane. Ever thought about doing commentary for a local club? I've definitely even thought about it. I've like, you're joking.
They won in the shootout.
Can Australia win a fucking gold medal?
No.
Alright.
How are they going?
It's 28-18 with a kick to come to Brisbane. Go on.
How long left?
There's a kick from Osako and he's nailed it.
How long left?
6 minutes. So go on.
That's close.
So it turns out Belgium have actually beaten Australia in the gold medal match for the men's hockey. So it's been in terms of team sports for Australia at the Olympics, it's been a really bad day. So Spectre 17, do you think the Broncos should sack Walters? No. Walters is definitely a player that they need to just stick to. They just need to get the right players into it. So this game was turned from scrappy to intense. Good night from Papua New Guinea. Shout out to Billy Amoa. So 6 minutes 30 remaining. Here's the kickoff now. It's Lachlan Fitzgibbon has come off the field. Gamble now with the ball is giving the pass off to the number 16 of Ethan Bullimore for the first hit up. Now they're on the 10 for the first tackle. Now it's the number 13. It's Kobe Hetherington gets brought down on the 20 for the second tackle. Now they kick it off centrally. That's Payne Haas now getting to the 25 for the third tackle. Now 16. That's Bullimore. Bullimore now getting brought down on the 45, just short of halfway. Fourth tackle. Now they're going to go down to the other side here. Farnworth now trying to get past. Gets ankle tapped and gets brought down on the Knights 40. Now last tackle here for Brisbane. There's the kick from Gamble. It's a high ball for Anari Tawala, who catches it in a must-needed catch. And Brisbane trying to strip it there. It was Payne Haas. So the Knights will get the ball, first tackle on there, 20. Now Kurt Mann. Kurt Mann will get brought on the 25 for the second tackle. Now Brodie Jones makes it to the third, gets the third tackle now on the 35. Now it's to David Clemmer, who gets to just short of halfway for the fourth tackle. And down the short side, Ponga. Ponga now still going. Pong will get brought down on the Brisbane 35. Last tackle now for the Knights. They're going to kick it back to Jake Clifford, who takes the kick up in the air. And it stayed in play as Tessie Neo took it. I feel like if he did let it go, it may have gone out on the fall. But Jermaine Asako gets the ball down and out on the second tackle. Now Brisbane. We're now 4.5 minutes remaining in this match. Brisbane are now on the 25 for the third tackle. So final 4 minutes now. So Brisbane now on the fourth tackle for their 40th on the 40-metre line. Now Niu gets it off to Farnworth. Farnworth gets brought down on the 40 for the fifth tackle inside of the Knights half. Last tackle now for Brisbane. Kelly with a high kick. It's gone to Tuala. And Tuala has taken it. I thought he dropped it. Oh, he went down on the 9 and dropped it. But it's all good. So first tackle now on the 20. And now Clifford tries to go straight through himself. But gets brought down on the 25 for the second tackle. There's 3 minutes 40 remaining. The fans are going crazy. It's pandemonium gone wild. The crowd's going crazy at the stadium. Third tackle. Now it's David Clemmer now. Clemmer now still going. And he'll get held up on the Knights 45, just short of halfway. Now to the left side, it's Tyson Frizzell now. Gets brought down just inside of the Brisbane half. Now last tackle for the Knights. Pierce with the kick. It's high up in the air. Nia with the take. On the 10, and Nia will get brought down on the 15 for the first tackle. There's now under 3 minutes remaining in this game. If Brisbane want to win this game, they need to score relatively quickly. Because even with a converted try, they are still 2 points down. So second tackle now for Brisbane. They're on their 25. Now Kelly gets it off to Farnworth. Farnworth running laterally. Still running laterally, and he'll get brought down on the 30 for the third tackle. And they're going to go down the right side. That's the number 6 of Tyson Gamble. He gets brought down on the 45 inside of Brisbane half now. Bit of a short play here. Jordan Ricky now 40 metres away from the Knights try line. Last tackle for Brisbane. They're going to go swap to the other side. Kelly now. Kelly with a flat lateral pass down the sideline. Has been kicked out. It's not a knock on. Wait, what's happened? Wait, what's happened? So there was attempted grubber kick by the number 2 of Corey Oates. It's come off a Knights play, but I think they're saying they didn't play it. But Brisbane are challenging this, saying that the Knights player did play it. If this challenge does not go through, it might be over. As this time has paused with 1 minute 55 remaining. So Corey Oates now with a grubber kick on Kurt Mann. It's come off Kurt Mann's knee. That's a big call. Challenge is unsuccessful for Brisbane. The Knights will get the ball with 1 minute 55 remaining. The Knights on their 20, and all they need to do is just chew out the clock. It'll be too little too late for the Broncos to stage a momentous comeback. Brisbane need to force a mistake from Newcastle now. So first tackle. So now the Knights staying like this. They will move to 7th, but 8th and 9th do play. The Knights run home. Sharks, Bulldogs, Titans, and Broncos again. So fourth, that's a third tackle now for the Knights. Are on their 40. Broncos win or lose, still a very consistent game for the Broncos. 100%. It's a fantastic performance. So fourth tackle now, they're on halfway. Now here's Saifidi brought down. Last tackle. 40 metres away from the try line. Pass out to Clifford. Clifford kicks it down the throat of the ball. Down to Jermaine Asako. Now there's 1 minute remaining in this game. Brisbane need a miracle. They need to score, convert, and then score again. Albert Kelly now with the ball. Kelly will get held up now on the 20 for Brisbane. For the second tackle, there's 40 seconds remaining. They're trying to get to the other side now. Farnworth trying to break through, but he gets wrapped up by Connor Watson on the 30. So fourth tackle now for Brisbane on the 40. It's going to be well over. There's 20 seconds now remaining. Playing. And they've got to pass down to the side here. It's past to Jermaine Asako, who's tried to kick centrally, but it's going to be picked up by Ponga, and Ponga will run into touch. And the siren will sound. The Newcastle Knights have held on with no defense, with no definitely big respect to the Brisbane Broncos for coming back. They played one hell of a match. One test game, Grant. Thank you. Knights are on the way to the finals for 2 years in a row. Hopefully. So the Knights are now in 7th. So as far as I'm aware, I think I get my money back because one leg did foul because Connor Watson didn't score, but Tawala and Farnworth did. So that was a fantastic game. The Knights are hanging on. Fans will go home delighted. Absolutely. So at this point, the Knights will now move up to 7th because they're now on the 20 over the 18. However, Canberra and St. George are tied on 18, and one of them will have to win. Meaning that one of them, if they win, they'll go to 7th and knock the Knights to 8th. So then the Knights would probably need the Sharks and the Titans to lose to stay in the top 8. But yeah, so Knights did fantastically. The last bit of their last bit was fucking ropes, I will admit, but the Knights, Brisbane did so fucking. And the thing about that, if this Brisbane team, like the one that played tonight, take that to next year when they have Adam Reynolds. Could you imagine? Like, if Brisbane played like this, and then carry that into that when they have Reynolds, Brisbane can definitely make the top 8 next season. But the Knights held on. I will admit, when that Farnworth try did whatever, I was like, oh, fuck, here we go. But, no, it's held on. The Knights have come out with a win. So, hang on. Olympic medals, yep. Australia did lose the gold medal match in the men's hockey. It's not been a really good day for the Olympics, for the sports, but it's all good. So now on to tomorrow. We have the 2 NRL games for... I believe it is the game we were talking about, Canberra St. George, and then the Parramatta Eels against the South Sydney Rabbitohs. But if you want to join me a little bit earlier on at like 9:30 in the morning, we have with the NFL, the Pittsburgh Steelers against the Dallas Cowboys. That should be a very interesting game. So yeah, holy bloody hell. It's finally finally like a game that's not like been a whitewash. So it's actually been like kind of tense. So yes, thank you all very much for watching. I hope to see you out here tomorrow. If not, don't feel pressured to come here. So thank you all very much for watching. I'll see you all later. What a game.